energetic cleansing meditation. This immersion is for the season of Chiron, Virgo season, the inner healer of reality. During this energetic sweeping, we will be cleansing the wounds of our reality, the energy body, and more. Save your spot. The next live meditation is on Sunday, September 4th, 2022 at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Save your spot at club.tanyad.tv/energetic Ashe, inshallah, and ashe. If you happen to hear some rattling in the background, the corporate world of America is being a little ferngully in my neighborhood, my village. So you may hear the rattling, but every day, right? Yeah, it's a problem. It's a situation. Not sure what the solution is. However, the frequency of today is one of a resonator. And what is a resonator? That's a frequency that resonates with our soul's harmonic, our prime directive. We have it in our cosmic highway, but this is a resonator day for me. Why? Because my moon is at the same degree as the sun in Leo today. So this is all about being mindful of our feelings. I have to be a conduit emotionally all the time. It's an intuitive connection to the realm of spirit. The circuitry of the crown is continually online. So when we exercise our intuitive gifts, taking time to meditate, be in communion, holy communion, the spiritual connection center of visions, generally that tend to be black, white, gray, often prophetic. But today is a day of going into a Zen meditation, a trance state, connecting to the source of love, the frequency of love, the power of divine love, the God channel, and being mindful through meditation, just connecting our feelings to our mind and our heart, and ultimately to our soul. So the highest octave of spirit, our love channel to the realms of spirit today, taking it up a notch, a divine notch, a great spiritual notch, even the universe. So anything that streams in is probably highly important, possibly prophetic, whether it's messages, signs, symbols, sigils, etc., metal symbols. Go ahead and write them down because, like I said, they are more than likely prophetic. I have visions that usually happen within a week, maybe 6 months. I usually get guided interventions, just meaning future premonition. So meditation is highly recommended, and that really is on the menu for today, connecting with the high garden, the council, a spiritual congress, or a parliament, with every nanoparticle of our essence, our being, just lighting up, possibly twinkling like stardust. So this is the source of divine love inspirited through us, knowing that we are worthy of attracting and uniting the truest essence of that feeling with source initiated. So it's like, enjoy this feeling, enjoy this essence, play, be creative, take in that light, drink lots of water, take in the sun, the frequency of it. So it's a day to play, be open, be excited, add passion to your chalice, really expanding our light into a role of our own control, leading with our heart into this spiritual hall of fame. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. But I do go by the term holistic medium. My intention is to utilize the power of these indigenous technologies, the ways of my elder, the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms, the elemental, imaginal, through the gateway of the shamanic portal, the cosmos, the subtle energies, the subtleties, and really so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals to really add to your personal ingredients, your container, activating your personal medicine, your prime directive, really assisting you in discovering this inner genius, that personal medicine, the star that I believe we all are, reintroducing you to that magical essence, the being that resides within you, so your light, your starlight, shines even brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. Hopefully it's getting a facelift this weekend. However, as the circuitry of source is being the conduit of divine love streaming into our consciousness, the waves of instant awareness, So this may feel as if one is embraced by Source, the connectivity of Source, of unconditional love, with these compassionate hands cuddling our essence, embracing our chalice, just being enveloped in its presence, the divine presence. These are words that cannot be described. It's a sensation, it's a feeling. And if you do feel out of sorts, ungrounded, the element of the day may really assist you to create a solid foundation, a divine connection. Being mindful of our feelings, that is the congruency, it's the solution, it's the main stage ingredient. So if you can funnel through your mind into your feelings and focus on them, the circuitry, the circuit board to this energetic connection to the realm of spirit then opens up. And once we become connected as a conduit to the realm of spirit, our intuition then comes online, and we become a spiritual force of guidance into our own authentic future. We then begin to intuit the different pathways of our life that may unfold, similar to a butterfly stretching out its wings, and opportunities then open, divinely guided, being in the season of the sun, our heart center, being heart-centric. Our prime directive is to attempt to discern what our heart authentically desires. And this brilliance of this connection is a sense of all of the things: timing, sacred space, connections to our narrative, dream space, warnings, signs, sigils, especially if the pathway that we are streaming towards is the wrong one for the moment. That's divine intervention, divine timing. So it's these subtle signs, the coincidences, subtle energetic messages, the messages in those frequencies, that you may energetically in your energy body be picking up on those subtle frequencies. So you may also put the puzzle pieces together of your own spiritual acumen, your own spiritual narrative, just learning, taking notes, scribing, understanding how your life is unfolding for you and not for you. So these subtleties will lead you to the memo at hand. Sigils, light language, stuff like that. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Authentically Heartfelt, please do. And again, thanks once more. I'm getting some great abundance. I appreciate that, Tanya D. And a shout out to those subscribers, new and Ashe. Thank you. Again, blessings, sending that out there, the light and the love, and sometimes the elemental frequency as well. And go ahead and hit the bell button so you're notified. And again, a comment or a share will get you a message for your day to inspire you and get you on your way. Echoing out the algorithm to other like-minded musers out in the galactic universe who may also muse about insights of the other world, the world of spirit, source, the elemental realm, the otherworldly beings, and so much more. And you can also find me on other social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and my Musing with Tanya D podcast. A new one's out on the highway. And if your soul wishes to dive on deeper into the realms of the other world, head on over to my Musing Corridor. This is my digital library in the sky. It's a venue where you have some amazing options, opportunities to assist you, to guide you, a private sacred circle, a community to utilize as well. I really am your shamanic otherworldly assistant. You truly are your own authentic healer. But sometimes we do have those energetic hiccups that get in the way and kind of fubble us up a little bit. So with that, a few announcements. Oh, I don't want that one. And I'm going to get rid of these. Ding, ding, ding. So for today's messages, you've got a white rabbit or a bunny, the white tiger, or some feathers, because this is a spiritually connectivity kind of a day. Follow the white rabbit. That's what Melodoma told me. But just a few announcements. We have a new moon streaming in next week. That will be in your inbox soon. Mapping that one out probably later today. I haven't even looked at the cosmic map there, so it should be divinely intervened here. The meditation portal is also open. The circle, September 4th, the season of Virgo, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Sunday. And also the art of cowrie shell divinations. That is the indigenous art. It's a movement of the shells and the objects to meet with your otherworldly congress, a parliament, your ancestors, the keepers of the elemental realms, whether it's earth, water, the shrines, the wetames, the wilds, rituals, the mountains, so much more. But the rituals are performed to address the adversity, the symptoms, creating the cause, the disruption in your old energetic force field. So that's what's prescribed in order to shift what's in the way, just blocking you from your own inner genius, your purpose. And also, my latest podcast is out. Go ahead and take a selfie and tag me, Musing with Tanya D. The messages there are from our bones. It's mineral, it's metal. That's the season we're heading into elementally. And also the Waitlist for A Witcher's Way to Manifestation. It's time to monetize your medicine, your personal medicine, seeing the world differently. That's kind of how the world sees us. So go ahead and join the Waitlist for round 2, setting your energetic foundation, cleansing the spheres. That's the first thing we need to address. The links for all of this juice is in the show notes. So you chose the feathers. You're going to love it. I'm just saying. However, on the elemental highway, we've got a balance between yin, water, or I should say we have a balance between water, yin water, yang water, and wood, nature, yin wood and yang wood. But we have a yin water rabbit of a day. That's why I went with the rabbit. I'm so clever. But at the dragon, the hour of the dragon, which was earlier today, we had a wood direction. So this is visions, ideas, wealth. It's our nature is all online, like meditation in nature, connecting to a nature, a naturely being, a plant, a tree, an animal, a wetame. Our day is solid. We do need a candle again. We do need yin fire. Yin fire, to forge the monkey, where the yang fire hidden in the tiger, that's going to really just kind of dissipate the metal so it's not into something useful. It overcooks it, basically. So we do need yin fire. The tiger is going to feed the yin fire, ensuring the flow. This is all about energetic flow. And also countering the monkey. The monkey and the metal, or the monkey and the tiger actually clash. Yang wood and yang metal, they're in a fight. So it's like the mind and the visions aren't in alignment. But we do have extra wood today. So I would bring in a red candle, meditate on the flame, possibly place a candle in dry earth, do a ritual out in nature, a small candle, sit until it burns down, meditation, thanking the spirits, the unseen world, blessings of gratitude. And we also have the charmer for the local or the neighboring god. This has a lot of significance in influencing our careers. So the frequency, the gift of it is very high. It's a high acumen. And it's charming, it's flirting, it's seduction through words, smooth, polite talkers, getting themselves and others out of troublesome situations, able to really calm the storm, which I could maybe see that coming in with all that water. Just saying. Looking for a non-violent solution, where our global super god coming in through the year with our ancestors and our lineage, it's global in frequency, is the networker, but it's at a low stream, but it's still there. It's still useful. So this is all about being social, chatty, gaining followers, fast talking, leadership abilities, the ability to connect with people from all social circles, all walks of life. So I would say it's a day to be witty, chatty, and a social networker. Even the connection to the spiritual realm, you could also be chatty and witty there too, or maybe the streams of the spirit world are chatty and witty as well, just connecting to our intuition, our God channel, our personal universal streams. So just kind of sense if the plans you're making are in alignment, resonating with your spiritual needs, a divine intervention. Spirit really is calling, and it's like, are you going to answer that call? Get the memo, take the stage. That's the messages there. Okay, and back to our fun little options as I clear that up. So the white rabbit, the tiger, or the feathers. I'm going with the feathers last, just so you know. So you may be here a minute. Okay, if you chose the cute little bunny, look what you get. The King of Pentacles. So he's carried this small little seed in his hand. It shined of really golden streams and emitted light from the inside. and shook there as if it's a real heart beating inside. Trees have hearts too, right? And whispering about the small promise that's going to sprout. So the leaves are outstretched. Imagine this in the fall. They're stretched out to catch the bright yellow light of the sun. The branches are full of fruits and sweets and just, they're all contained in this his own world. So he is human, he is a dragon, and he's also a tree. All at the same time, combined and tied and bound together. He's the king of the material world, Earth, a king with an independent career, a man who holds countless different talents with the golden hand of the Midas touch, the king of the Midas touch. So he's turning everything around him into this brilliant, magnificent, otherworldly, mind you. This is like the pot of gold on the other side. When he put his hand on any journey, he's going to access and have success. So when he gets this idea in his head, it becomes like the shiny penny. So that's kind of entering into our dimension. He's trustworthy, but he's also very deep. He's experienced in all the things he does. It's like this, having this congruency, earthy, physical, material, very pleasant. It's a solid source of support that we can rely on. It's the infinite, and it's a stable source of power from the trees and the roots, and it all comes from his magnitude, his essence, his being, and plunging deep, spreading out like trees, right? So taking energy from the dark, the wells of the earth, the wet earth, from the caves of the earth, the guardians, from the dragons, the ancient wisdom of the boulders, the bones buried deep under the ground. A tree, right? It reminds me of a young wood tree, which is kind of the tiger, just saying that out loud. But it's got this steady source of power within the branches that are the arms. They reach as far as the shining stars, out further and further. He's always been this inspiration for success, very generous, willing to share his wealth and good fortune with his village around him, and just understanding that the riches need to be shared. From these fruits, and what happens, new fruits or shoots grow, and they develop into other mighty trees, which is awesome. So the messages, words, I guess, key words that come to mind are being supportive, reliable, success, stability, having assistance, balance, determined, entrepreneurship, wealth, commitment, status, reliability, control. Maybe you're meticulous, but you're polite, you're kind, calm. It's knowing that you have the financial capabilities, the spiritual acumen, generosity, hard work, perseverance, achievements and efforts, and you are protected. So the King of Pentacles often refers to trust, tradition, success, and matters relating to money. So the message here indicates that this is the night you need to follow meditation, do a ritual, the available ways and paths to solve all the problems in life, spreading out on the pathway. So this card kind of represents possibly a person in your life, more than likely a man in generally. The king urges us to quickly become good servants in terms of our own lives, serving ourselves first, which is hard to do. The energy sources, the specific resources that we can utilize and use. And if this does refer to a man in your life, this person is more likely to be somebody you can completely trust, or the rug is getting pulled out. It is otherworldly, right? But it's also a reminder to control our energy to pursue a bigger galactic, super juicy, universal goal. That connection is open. It implies that we do have success at work. However, you may have to receive judgments, criticisms from others, because sometimes when you're about to do something super magnetic, juicy, people come out of the woodwork trying to rip the rug out from underneath you. We know this, right? Somehow this does make us feel a little lonely, but solitude is a sanctuary. But it also is a message that our financial situation is becoming stable, having stability, creating stability for yourself and for others, thanks to your own strength inside of you. So it's like current and future safety is at the top of the list at the moment, but our perseverance, honesty, kindness, and loyalty will be rewarded. The conduit of the spiritual realm. So in addition, the king wants us to take the time to nurture our spiritual side. Meditation, that's why the message is there for that. So super curious. These cards I love because they all fairyland, druid land, all the elemental realm, which I love. Okay, next we went from the bunny to the white tiger. And you have the 10 of cups, emotions, the moon, feelings, the 10. This is trusting and loving the feelings, the cup, water. The water's embracing them, both of them. They're welcomed. They've got the soft kiss of the sun. The water is glowing. It's warm. It's inviting. And they're drifting in this smooth, continuous hug, an emotional hug, being held, embraced, which again is the frequency of spirit, emotionally holding us, floating. And that's thanks to the light emanating from their hearts, the star of our being, our essence. So this is a pair of sun twins, two twins, the yin and the yang. They're entwined in each other's attraction. They're rotated in each other's orbit and frequency. And the world out there kind of takes this pause and this breath to honor the existence of this intense longing hitting in the twins' hearts. And they really want nothing more. They did not need anything else to be more complete than this in this very moment. But there is this link, always a link between them and the surrounding creatures, the inhabitants of the realms of water, the fish making the surface water bubble, surrounding their limbs. I mean, they're in their own village. They're joy, they're radiant, they're brilliant, they're protected in this veil. And the fish is also a symbol of fulfillment and prosperity. So they're being kind of glided across this deep blue ocean. Their scales are shining like shimmering gold. There's this moment of ecstasy and this happiness that's overflowing. It is abundant. So it's as if this is the last full moment hidden deep under many outer shells, like a school of goldfish swimming in many deep layers out into the sea. But the 10 of cups, this is a feeling of serenity and peace. It is water at the end. Happiness, success, finally being achieved. It's the 10, right? Trusting and loving, the longing of our heart, the support of our family or from the family, the enjoyment of happiness from life, not just only the pleasures of the body, the material, but also the emotional, being fulfilled, support from family, close relationships. That's important to enjoy the satisfaction of life, sharing our abundance. So it's serenity, it's water, it's reconciliation, it's unity, it's faith, it's contentment, joy-filled happiness, prosperity, protection, love, being satisfied, cooperation, compatibility. But really, I think it's a lot for me. It's peace and eternity and clarity and wishes coming true. It's the Thanksgiving feast. And the 10 of Cups is a very positive message. It really presents us with happiness. Happiness tends to be a little bit more mature. It's something you can't buy. It's wider at the outside as opposed to the personal fulfillment like the 9 of Cups. So this is an essence. It's a great message today. And in general, it implies a happy family life, even if you're single. I like that I am single this summer. It's hilarious. There's a whole background to that. But this is happiness. It's for people who we care about the most. Could be parents, siblings, children, relationships in general. But the image of this card also reflects the mental satisfaction. Regardless of any question, it's a very positive card. So this card kind of, first of all, expresses pleasure, which does include happiness, fullness, and enjoyment. So it's this feeling that comes when we know that we already have all of those main stage ingredients. Unfortunately, this is not quite a common feeling. Sometimes we're blinded by the challenges of life a lot of times, and we feel as if we are drowning in these hardships of life. But, you have to open that magic door, and still there's pleasure that always exists. It's this fundamental right of existence of every human being. So peace is just another aspect of the 10 of Cups. So it's this feeling of peace that comes when all other elementals are in harmony, congruent. So each person has their own sense of inner peace, a sense of external peace, interacting with each other. So when we are in harmony with ourselves, then we are going to enjoy the harmony in our village, our environment. So when you see this card, you should just know that it is possible to end the hostility if there are conflicts or struggles around you, and that this is a time when those things are going to disappear, dissipate. water, reconciliation. So if you've been having a hard time struggling to find what you want at this moment in space and this stage in time, you can really go back and enjoy the present in the most comfortablest of ways. Very rarely does the Ten of Cups appear in a negative sense. However, it does warn about challenges, things that you have achieved, but maybe they still aren't or haven't satisfied you. So it's like what you expected did not happen as expected. The universe is super juicy that way, right? But just remember that when something you yearn for, you have to kind of meet those requirements to get it. Like, what can you do better or change or shift? So, in short, it really just shows pleasure and satisfaction within relationships. Could be animals, what amaze, children, all relationships, really. Happiness really is so simple and usual, but it makes you feel like you're in heaven, right? So, the image here is this fullness of emotion that you are no longer alone. You can share your happiness with your family and your friends, etc. It's kind of getting in the flow of that. Okay. Peace. Water is always peace. How do we reconcile and find that inner peace, right? Let me find my next card. Oh, how did I do that? The feathers. Our final message. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is material, earthbound realm. When action is taken, Aries and Mars, we are initiating this inner response in our inner world, and then we can do it to the outer world. So there's the spirit of this young girl. She's connected with the material aspects of life. She's tried to make a connection with her surroundings by music, the sound, right? The sound acumen, through an elaborate mechanical instrument, like a piano, if you can tell that's a piano. But it's a bulky block. It's created by a combination of iron and wood, which somehow produces this clear, beautiful, magical sound. But this piano, for sure, it's not made by man. It's not a human-made product. It's integrated by different things in the surrounding world, dimensions and otherwise, and it forms a tightly linked stream of natural materials, like a living tree growing around it. It's part of the forest, the moss, the plants, the harmonious melodies surrounded and sounding like crickets in the night, the rhythm of the fingers dancing on the keys. She was always alone. The purpose of her coming here was to search for solitude in the gloomy forest and feeling satisfied with the current fullness. The snail shell, interesting enough, that she's sitting on, it's the swirls of the branches were all this realistic form of the golden ratio. So this is a form of continuity. It's this closeness to endless, to balance, and to the ideal. She's not bothering to look at the keys even while the song is playing. What she is aiming for at the moment is this kaleidoscope that shines bright sunlight from above, smiling, enjoying the warm sunshine, the emerald color shining everywhere, which is healing, bringing healing streams into our heart space from the universe. It's otherworldly. And the Nine of Pentacles really is the balance between matter and spirit, the frequency of today. You cannot make the shift up, but it shows a material wealth, a subtlety, discipline, going to the realm of your altar spirit, doing that ritual. To achieve this, we really need to believe in ourselves, heartfelt, and rely on our own abilities and capabilities. This is kind of a high awareness, appreciation of the material properties that we innately possess, whether it's having self-discipline, reliance, self-control. It's this subtlety, things in moderation. Maybe you feel like you're sacrificing, elegance, attaining, success, material comfort, self-esteem. It's the harvest, prosperity. It's manna from heaven, inheritance. Whoa, I can't believe I said that out loud. It's independent, solitary. It's nature orientated. So this is one of the positive, encouraging signs within all the pentacles, actually. It's a message to imply that your financial concerns are over and that everything in general is going to be better than you ever thought it would be. You can enjoy this good energy, share your prosperity as well as your happiness, the gift of light. It speaks of happiness, success, considering both your material and your spiritual life. So you can be proud of the variety of things, the many things, and expect the best will happen. Tune into that frequency. You're going to be in a position to help those less fortunate than yourself. So just focus not only on the materialistic aspect, but also on the spiritual one, energy to matter, spirit to matter. It shows serenity, especially when this message appears. You're going to have plenty of abundance, finances. It kind of marks this stage of transactions. Like imagine having a soul capital, a bank in the spirit realm where you swipe your card. So this is the time where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And at the same time, there's this illusion to financial stability, not illusion, illusion. So you can enjoy the money you earn comfortably. And again, it often does focus on finance and things related to the material, the physical. But does sometimes it warns that we can get a lot of things, but they are not really enough to satisfy us. So it kind of brings up the message that you are about to achieve a state of stability, confidence, self-training, thanks to the hard work in the past, and you're going to enjoy these results into the future. So most challenges are coming to an end. It not only brings joy, but also the sense of security and material wealth. So this is an ideal stage to start putting it out there. It is a 9 action out there, like to look for a house, a car, kind of see that what that looks like, what that feels like, feeling it inside of you. That's the action to take so the universe knows you are ready. Besides, you feel your self-esteem is higher than ever, and that's a magical, great thing. So in your current position, you're going to become like this higher acumen, a counselor, maybe a spiritual derived connective that's online for others, and share your spiritual knowledge that you have accumulated so far, your spiritual insight. So we've had the 9, the 10, and a king on a spiritual connectivity day. So energy to spirit takes form, turns to matter. That's why I think a witcher's way to manifestation, energy to matter. This is boundaries. It's around all the core prime directives, adding the main stage ingredients, which love initiates, feeling the greatest sensations on those streams. Heartfelt wishes, dreams match a frequency vibration. So the Witcher's waitlist, just being mindful of our feelings and our intuition, paying attention to what your gut is telling you, reading the sigils, the signs into your future plans. Forgiveness is also another aspect. So your heart may be attached to a wish or a desire that is not possible at this moment in time. It could be fragmented. I had dreams about entanglements last night, which was quite curious. Maybe you're holding on to a dream or a vision that was given to you, but not really coming from your heart space. You can see the vision, but it's not lighting up your heart. You may also have made a mistake in the past, and your heart has been attached to having another chance. All of these are just examples, by the way. So today may be the day to let go of all of these expectations in your heart. Forgive your past. Give yourself an open new piece of paper to scribe upon to what could happen in your future, letting go and literally giving it all to the universe, allowing that inspirited connectivity, the altar on the other side, to handle all those problems today. Give it up to the ghost. It's a day to remain open, being aware. Things today may feel fated or be fated. It's a day to release our old narrative, our old stories that you may have been born into, opening up that new corridor. I like that though. It's like a carousel. Carousel, a new door, making room for a new narrative, the story you were born to live, your personal medicine. So feel into your heart, your mind, your soul, and your spirit today, and know that they are all immersed, they're embraced, they are connected. And I would affirm that I am remaining open and aware, being a conduit for spiritual grace. So pay attention to the messages and the sigils and the signs. Make it a thankful Thursday. Go to your altar, streams of grace. Initiate that connectivity, those streams from the universe, universal streams, the ancestors, the realm of spirit. Be a conduit, the circuitry, connecting. Do a dance. You may feel a little bit otherworldly. And with that, I will see you on the other side. Ashe and blessings to you. As always. Right?